In celebrating Nigeria's 64th independence, Enugu State government has demonstrated its commitment to creating an enabling environment where every child is guided and nurtured into building a better society. Stakeholders in the education sector were on ground to witness this year's ceremony. Government House correspondent Chidima Madu has the details.
Rest of the nation to mark Nigeria's 64th independence. The state's governor, Barrister Peter Mba, represented by Secretary to the state government, Professor Chidebere Onya, said opportunities can be realized through the education of our youth, which will spur economic growth and reduce poverty index in the state and the nation.
Hope and optimism are recurring themes of every independence anniversary. And few things stir up hope and optimism above the future that education does. It remains the most enduring legacy to bequeath to our youth. As we reflect on Nigeria's journey over the past 64 years, we must acknowledge the pivotal role the Enugu have played in shaping the future of our great nation. We envision a future in which our youth are equipped with the 21st century digital skills, including artificial intelligence, virtual realities, and robotics, enabling them to compete efficiently, effectively in the global marketplace. These efforts by our great state are part of the broader continental realities that we face. Africa is home to the world's youngest population, and Nigeria is at the center of the demographic surge. 25% of Africans' youth reside in Nigeria, and this group is projected to constitute nearly half of the world's working age population by 2060. This presents us with immense opportunities. However, these opportunities can only be realized through the education and empowerment of our youth. A well-educated population has the potential to drive Africa's economic transformation and lead the fourth industrial revolution.
The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ndubwezemba, said that today's celebration anchors on our nation's freedom and renewing of a shared commitment to a hopeful tomorrow.
It is not an accident that on every 1st October across our nation, children assemble to remind society that independence is a freedom promise, that education is the foundation of that promise. And this bold vision is one where education will become a vehicle for economic and sustainable development, for emancipation from cycles of poverty and underdevelopment.
Different primary and secondary schools were there to celebrate Independence Day as they performed their march past and received their prizes. Commissioner for Children, Gender Affairs and Social Development, Honorable Ngozi Eni, gave a vote of thanks and pledged that her ministry will continue to discharge her duties.
Our teachers and our students, thank you all for coming out to celebrate Nigeria at 64. Your Excellency, we want to especially appreciate you for your belief in our children, for bringing forth the idea of our smart school. I can't remember the last time kids come out this way to celebrate, to interact and to socialize. Thank you so much, and on behalf of the children of Enugu State, we want to promise you that we are not going to disappoint you. We are going to make you proud.
In Enugu, Chidima Madu for Afia TV.
Thank you, Chidima, for that report. And in a related development, the Governor, Dr. Peter Mba, has congratulated Enugu people and indeed Nigerians on the occasion of the 64th independence anniversary of Nigeria, describing the event as a milestone. The Governor stated this on Tuesday in a special banquet organized at the Governor's Lodge, Government House, Enugu, to celebrate the Nigerian Independence Day. while enjoining Nigerians not to be downcast or succumb to the forces of cynicism. The governor urged them to continue to keep hope alive as the current effort to reposition the country would ultimately yield fruits. He further called for support to government at all levels and national unity, which he said remained major factors in moving the nation forward. In a similar development, the governor of Ebonyi State, Mr. Francis Nwifuru, has promised to run an all-inclusive governance to ensure that all sectors are given adequate attention. Nwifuru disclosed this during his independence anniversary speech at his office at Trudeau Centenary City, Abakaliki, the state capital. He assured that every Ebonyi man would be given equal rights in the state, irrespective of political or religious affiliation. Also speaking, the former governor of Ebonyi State, Sam Egu, added that the governor has surprised the people of Ebonyi State for the good works he has been doing in the state, touching all sectors. And moving away from that, but still from the southeast, the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodimma, has sworn in 54 newly elected local government area chairman and vice chairman in Imo State, urging them to perform well or face negative historical judgment. During the ceremony at the Government House in Owerri, attended by top officials and community leaders, Uzodimma praised the smooth local government elections and stressed the importance of grassroots development. He instructed the chairman to govern inclusively, avoid corruption, focus on revenue generation, and prioritize community needs within their first 100 days. The governor also warned against corruption and called on citizens to monitor their local officials' performance. And still from Imo State, Imo residents did not participate in the ongoing planned nationwide protest as they went about their daily businesses. Afia TV correspondent who spoke to some residents has details.
A National Day of Survival protest kicked off yesterday in states like Lagos and Abuja, with citizens congregating in various locations across Nigeria. The protest was designed to remember and pay tribute to those who lost their lives during the EndSARS protest in 2020, and to also express their discontent with the prevailing hardship and governance standard. Just like it happened during the End Bad Governance protest, which took place in August, Imo residents didn't partake in the ongoing planned nationwide protest as they went about their daily businesses. Speaking to them, they shared concerns that attributed to their non-participation.
I don't participate in protests, and I've never participated in any protest before. Well, I feel Nigerian protest is unsafe. So I don't want to endanger my life in anything that will not yield profit or solve anything later.
I don't think Imo State will be participating in the protest because what happened the last time wasn't actually good. So for the safety of our lives, so we're not participating. They should do it there. They were the ones that voted Tinubu. So they should just do it over there and just leave us. We are at peace here like this. We are managing. So God is with us. So there's nothing we can do. If you come out and protest, they will kill us. And the country will still be on and going again. So it's better we stay inside our house. If it's Gary, we drink. If it's fufu, we chop. Than to come out there and then die for nothing. Because government don't even know who we are.
Personally, for me, I'm scared. Because protests in Imo State, especially this state, it turns out to be something else. Killing, shooting, and the rest of it. So I am scared to go out to protest. Yes, we are all scared. If you go out and ask people, they'll still tell you the same thing. We are scared. Protest is not working here, so we find it useless protesting in Imo State.
Why are we protesting? Ogis, they said instead onye dey to oga onye ka na wada and how one happen na the thing. Amarana ihane. So why do you want us to come out at last now? Their protest were for what? Oh, you're gonna tower Afia. I need it. They need it. All the time.
Residents are not willing to join in this protest as they believe that it wouldn't yield the desired results. Reporting from Owerri, John Kennedy Wona for Afia TV.
Thank you, John Kennedy. And moving on. Despite widespread calls for participation in the Fearless in October protest, several residents of Aba have chosen not to join, citing various reasons. Our correspondent in Aba, Chibuikem Agomba, has the details.
On the day of the much anticipated Fearless in October protest, several Aba residents revealed they would not be participating and explained why.
Not participate for the protest to see that nothing our politics are doing about the thing. Look at the protest they have done before. There's nothing to offer. There's nothing to do. Everything is still going higher, more and more. There's no need of doing it, but I don't want to join the protest again. So that is my opinion.
Yes, I know about the protest, but I'm not willing to join the protest because there's no any protest in Nigeria that will give us any better information about it. And any protest that you did in this Nigeria, you will not get what you protest for. That is the reason why I didn't join.
Mr. Paul, who spoke during an interview, asked that the current administration be given more time.
Independence Day, our president has spoken that we should exercise some patience and have time for him to fix Nigeria. And listening to him on today's broadcast gave me a kind of relief because he promised that the youth, a kind of confab will be organized for the youth. So I strongly believe that Nigeria will be fixed. So no need of me engaging in protest. So if any of my fellow youths wants to join them, I will just encourage them not to, because we still need to give him some time.
Another resident expressed willingness to join the protest, but said he couldn't find others to join him.
I have not seen anybody. I have not seen where they are protesting. I have not even that I'm ticket driver. So all everybody is working. So if I see people that is going to protest, I will join them. It's full one. I mean, it doesn't happen.
While some people remain firm in their decision to see changes through protests, today's event in Aba saw a significantly low turnout, reflecting lack of collective mobilization. In Aba, Chibuikem Agomba reporting for Afia TV.
Thank you, Chibuikem. And still in Abia State, this story comes in a miraculous turnaround. Amarachi Elijah Opokiri, who was nearly murdered alongside her landlady at Amede Ibeku in a part of Umuahia by her now detained husband Lawrence in an alleged ritually motivated attack, has been discharged from hospital and has regained her sight. The wife of the Abia State Governor, Mrs. Priscilla Oti, who visited and took care of her medical needs, has again paid her a visit at home. Afia TV Bureau Chief for Abia State, Emmanuel Nwazwe, who followed the development, now reports.
That Afia TV had in early September reported a heinous attack by one Mr. Lawrence Chukwunyere and his wife, Amarachi, and their landlady, Lovejen Wiwu. The alleged ritually motivated attack almost left Amarachi, the principal target, blind and dead, thus attracting the attention of the wife of the governor. That was about a month ago. But today, visiting the palace of His Majesty Eze Allen Opokiri, the victim's uncle, the story has changed. Amarachi, living true to her name, God's grace, can now see and is strong enough to speak, having been discharged from the hospital.
Yeah, I can see. I can see.
With the two eyes?
This one, this one is I can see very well. But this one it will be gradual. I thank God. First of all, I want to give the governor wife
Pliceria Olisoti for paying my hospital bill. I want to thank her. May God bless her and keep her alive. In Jesus' name, amen.
And once again, Mrs. Priscilla Oti, full of joy this time, is here to visit her.
We were so worried, but I thank God that today it is a different story. We have come with joy to rejoice with you and also to encourage you, because what she had been through is not an easy thing. We can only imagine it. It is God that had said that His plans and purposes for her life will not be cut short by the enemy.
Amen.
That she's going to fulfill her destiny. She's going to reach that full potential that God has made her for. And we thank God today that we are here to rejoice and not to mourn or to regret. You know, we had so many thoughts of, oh, how is her life going to be? Because we actually, based on the initial report, that she wasn't going to, we're not sure she was going to see. So we really, really thank God.
She says the government will continue to assist Amarachi.
So this is just a cash gift to tide you over. And then, like I told you, we are here to support you in whatever you want to do, whatever vocation or studies, whatever it is, the government is going to see you through.
Responding, Ezo Okri and his wife thanked Mrs. Oti for her kind gesture, praying for more blessings.
And this whole effort has been brought to a point where Amarachi is now sitting amongst human beings. Initially, I thought Amarachi would have ended up in the graveyard, but God is wonderful. And Mrs. Oti, let me not say it's more wonderful, let me not be blaspheming, but she has shown kindness for excellence. We thank you, man. You've done the best thing for us. May God bless you. May God bless all those you work with. May God bless our government. And may God bless our state.
I thank you and your husband for the work, and the commissioner for taking it upon herself to do this onerous task. In short, I like words, but I know that what you are planning in the state about gender-based violence should be extended to the Ukezes. So, the message and what you have at heart is well welcomed to Afia State. Anything that will bring peace to our communities, we welcome the idea, because when there is peace in the communities, we will have a calm atmosphere.
Speaking to the press after the visit, Mrs. Oti reiterated the government's commitment to fighting gender-based violence.
Okay. First and foremost, first thing is to strengthen the gender-based violence response committee, the members, by appointing a specialist in that field, and then also running sensitization and advocacy, meeting the different stakeholders, the critical stakeholders in this fight against gender-based violence. All the team members, the religious leaders, the community leaders, all the other experts in the committee, and even expanding it further, and also taking it to the various, ensuring that it reaches the grassroots as well.
Accompanying Mrs. Oti on the visit was the Commissioner for Poverty Alleviation, Mrs. Ngozi Felix, amongst other senior aides of the governor. In Umuahia, Emmanuel Mwazwe reporting.
Thank you, Emmanuel. We'll take a short break now, and when we return, more on News Today. Stay tuned.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Time check is 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV.
So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, the show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owners, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and...
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
Thank you for rejoining us on the Afia News today, reaching you live from Enugu State, Nigeria. I am Ubong Kings. Now moving on to stories from the national scene. It's reported that Nigerian security forces on Tuesday sealed off Eagle Square, a revered national venue, and dispersed a protest by the hashtag Fearless in October demonstrators, escalating tensions between protesters and the government in the nation's capital, Abuja. The crackdown involving police and military personnel blocked access to the square, a strategic location near the National Assembly and presidential villa that symbolizes Nigeria's seat of power. Tuesday's protests aimed to highlight Nigeria's economic crisis, with demonstrators demanding an end to poverty, hardship, and poor governance. The government's decision to seal off Eagle Square, despite it not being used for Independence Day celebrations, raised concerns among protesters about their freedom of assembly and expression. Eagle Square's significance lies in its role as the venue for presidential inaugurations, independence celebrations, and historic gatherings. Anyway, from that, meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu inspected the Guard of Honor at the forecourt of the presidential villa as part of activities to commemorate the Federal Republic of Nigeria's 64th Independence Anniversary celebrations. This marks Tinubu's second Independence Day as president. Unlike various years when the celebrations were held at Eagle Square, the current administration opted to host the event. Oluwagbemi said the distribution of the tricycles marked the fulfillment of promises made by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reduce the cost of transportation, enhance economic well-being, enhance the environment through the utilization of clean fuel of state petroleum resources, gas, Epo. Announced this at an event where the government approved the disbursement of 122 billion naira to 6 indigenous companies. Ekpo noted that this plan will represent a significant milestone in Nigeria's pursuit of energy security and gas infrastructure development. He added that the fund made available through the Midstream and Downstream Gas Infrastructure Fund is to support the midstream and downstream gas infrastructure development, aligning seamlessly with the aspirations of President Tinubu-led administration. And meanwhile, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has urged the federal government to allow its members to source a direct supply of petroleum products to ease the pressure on the sector. The chairman of IPMAN Enugu Depot, in charge of Anambra, Ebonyi and Enugu states, Mr. Chinedu Anyaso, said this in his 2024 independence message on Tuesday in Awka, the Anambra state capital. He noted that sourcing and pricing of products were determined by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. The chairman said the national leadership of IPMAN was already holding strategic talks with the management of the Dangote refinery to secure direct supply from the company. And in other news, the National Bureau of Statistics says 20.30 billion liters of premium melted spirit, also known as petrol, was imported in 2023. The NBS stated this in its Petroleum Products Distribution Statistics for 2023 release in Abuja on Tuesday. The report shows that the figure of 20.30 billion liters of PMS reported in 20...
And even the next door store owner showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and...
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
What are your thoughts on the spate of sex for grades in Nigerian universities?
This very issue of owing salary should be criminalized.
How can they amplify their voices?
People don't have evidence.
You want to get to know about it? Have to stay tuned right here on Afia Morning Show to get the pulse and the feel of that.
Hey ladies, join us on Gyna Plus every Wednesday.
It's a brand new week and another opportunity for us to gist and me to tell you, bring all the spice, all the things that are hot, trending and exclusive on social media. Sometimes I know there's constructive criticism. I know that you know how to quote it. So for the people that don't understand, I want to be like, oh, why are you doing this?
Please, I'm not a cross-dresser. I'm only doing this because of the money on Facebook.
There are some people you need to just tell the truth brutally. Let it hurt them. Give it hot.
Afia TV official, exclusive every weekday on Afia TV.
Time check, it's 2 p.m. and it's time for us to vibe, chill, and relax.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lunch Break on Afia TV.
So Lunch Break is all about the music, it's all about fun, it's all about entertainment, it's all about entertaining gossip and stories from social, it's all about the latest trends, it's about what's lit, it's all about the games with our guests, and yes, in general, I like to say it's all about the vibes and vibes only.
Good evening to you, viewer, and welcome to Women in Business, a show that profiles women, executives, and even the next door store owner, showcasing Igbo greatness to the world.
I started always obsessed with books ever since I was a child.
The stress of always converting naira to dollar and...
An incompetent means an incompetent person.
approach you take to make sure that your well-being is maintained.
It's good to have you rejoin us on the news. Now we're moving on to stories from the foreign scene, where it's reported that Claudia Sheinbaum has been sworn in as Mexico's first female president. Sheinbaum took over from outgoing president and close Morena party ally Andrés López Obrador at an inauguration ceremony in the country's Congress on Tuesday. The 62-year-old climate scientist and former mayor of Mexico City is set to serve a 6-year term ending in 2030. Meanwhile, the incoming president will also be navigating a U.S. election on November 5 that could shift relations with Mexico's top trading partner. The planned video on October 7 would be incredibly provocative and cause a great deal of distress. And away from that, let's move on to the world of sports, where it's reported that Manchester United have won their appeal against the red card issued to their midfielder Bruno Fernandes during their 0-3 loss against Tottenham on Sunday, September the 29th. Notably, Fernandes was sent out for a high tackle on James Maddison in the 42nd minute of the match as Spurs were leading 1-0. The United captain appeared to slip and lunge in front of Maddison with his studs up. However, he failed to get hold of the ball and was shown a red card by referee Chris Kavanga, with the decision also being supported by VAR John Brooks. Unhappy with the decision, United appealed against it, and much to their delight, the Football Association overturned it, allowing Fernandes to take the field for the Red Devils in their next 3 fixtures. And finally, from the exciting world of sports, Manchester City midfielder Matheus Nunes has reportedly been arrested on suspicion of stealing a mobile phone at a nightclub in Madrid. The 26-year-old Portuguese international was allegedly detained in the early hours of September 8 at La Viria, a popular disco, and taken to a local police station for questioning. According to the reports, his arrest occurred around 5:30 a.m. after Nunes was accused of taking a phone from a 58-year-old man who had attempted to photograph him in the nightclub's restroom without his consent. We'll take a short break now, and when we come back, we'll be taking a recap of our major stories. Please stay. You're watching the Afia News, and here is to end the news, a recap of our major stories taking center stage now. We brought you a report that Governor Mba has said Enugu has recorded remarkable achievements in the education sector. In Abuja, we brought you a report that President Tinubu has inspected the Guard of Honor at the forecourt of the presidential villa. And in business, we told you that the independent petroleum marketers is seeking a direct supply of petrol. You also heard of the news this afternoon that Claudia Sheinbaum has become Mexico's first female president. Thank you for staying with us on the news today. Do well to follow us on all social media platforms at Afia TV Official. My name is Ubong Kings. Many thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I remember when we did this last year.
Yes.
I had my headpiece
I don't know, maybe I forgot today.
No, today I just said let me just go and represent the team. Let's bring a little bit of vein. Menses is something every female would experience. It's a physiologic event that's going to occur every month. For some people, it's painful. For some people, it's painless. You can call it menstrual cramps, menstrual pain. You know, the medical term is dysmenorrhea. Knowing the cause will really help to alleviate the symptoms later on. Fibroid is something that is very common in our society, and it's common because one of the risk factors is our race being black. Don't be quick to dismiss painful menstruation. You cannot have a committee or a panel filled with men making decisions about women's health. How do we right the wrong?
You're the managing director of Cinnamon Drugs Nigeria, CEO, Judan Clothing, gospel artist, songwriter, all in one. You're the true total package. How are you able to combine and manage all of this together?
You know, I don't think age is anything but a mindset. So at 19, I became a manager of a company. They nominated us for the designer of the year. So when they had an interview with us, they asked us, how long have we been in business? And we said, we're just 1 year. They said, no, you can't be trending like this.
It is the game segment.
It's not easy to lose.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Okay,
Congrats anyway.
Yeah, that's really special.
Yes, congrats anyway.
Mama take photo. Mama take photo.
Enugu, are you ready? Finally, it's coming back home. It's the Lord L. Alright Experience Season 3. Host MC Lord L, aka The GOAT. Day Thursday, 10th October 2024. Time 7 p.m. Venue Bon Sunshine Hotel, Presidential Road, Enugu. Featuring top hype men, DJs, and a surprise performance from a top Nigerian artist. For more information, call Smalls on 0803-6724-282. You cannot afford to miss this experience.
This edition is proudly dedicated in memory of CEO Eastern Club TV, Mr. Shola.
Position, money loss, forget all of us. Obi Kubana, Joey Zaza, I blew in a